it finds you. I mean, I don't know how far we are successful always, because we don't. I feel like I don't know in some ways what I want, but in some areas I know what I want, like my work or something. I know if I don't want to do some art, I know. But this is bigger than me. This is not solely me. This podcast space or anything. So I take it as it comes. I think it has taught me flow.
Exactly, exactly. And that's what I'm doing through my workshops and my retreats, because the whole process
Yeah.
is getting in touch with that divine feminine that we lost along the way because of what we've been told and what we believe. And when we make that connection, it's just like in May, it was like, write the book. And I said, okay. So from May to now, the book is written and published. And
Wow.
I know me, myself, could have never done that.
Wow.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. That's where it comes from. So
Yeah.
I am very happy to share. And I really, when we open the podcast, definitely I'll thank you again for this opportunity, because I think what you're doing is great. And after just hearing that, I get goosebumps all over. So I know that's it's very true, and it's really going to be a movement for you.
Well, it has definitely been, how do I say, revolutionary, and for me personally, because to know so many people and to know their path and to know they have revived and to know they have found the path, it's like I am understanding trust in a different way. There's
Oh,
unknown, there's unknown, and there is. Trust,
ab-
immense trust and faith, like something is going to happen for me, like someone is building me, like someone is taking care of me, I am taken care of. So I have that ground, even if I have moments of anxiety and struggle, that I, with couple of breaths, I just come back to that understanding that I am not a singular thing that is controlling my life. My life and everything is being uh, taken care of,
guided, yeah,
guided,
guided,
yeah,
yeah.
taken care of. So
So the
I feel
path is
really.
before me. All I have to do is walk the steps.
Oh yeah, that's so amazing. Yeah, yeah. So we just completed 3 years of this podcasting journey,
Ah,
and
fantastic.
and sometimes I feel like, wow. So this had to happen. This had to happen, and it's not my plan. Like meeting you, you saying yes, agreeing for doing this, and that's just magical. I think life is just magical. I can just say that. I mean, if I expect too much, then there's a chance of inviting crumble to my life.
Boy, I know that one.
Well, in certain cases that has happened, so that's how I can make the difference, that okay, no expectations is going good here. I'm finding my trust here, so let me draw my strength from here. I can live, I can survive, I can breathe. I'm okay, I'm taken care of. So these are the things I have learned. This is a life lesson for me. It's like a book to me.
Exactly. You've opened that book, and now you've taken care of everything that got you to this point, and now it's automatic. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. That's wonderful. Is that your artwork behind you?
Yes, that is mine. Yes.
I
Yes.
love those colors. Yeah, my most of my, well, because the story is the about no purple trees, being told that as a kid and how that affected my life, that my colors have been blue and pink, but now they've merged and it's purple. So that's my path now.
I just wanted to share that when I read about you, and you were sharing about perfectionism, from perfectionism to uh, purple tree. Is that what it says?
Uh, the book is No Such Thing as Purple Trees.
Yeah,
And
but your punchline
right,
of the
right,
yeah.
right.
So tell us something about perfectionism, because we often go crazy, like I have to perfect it. I have to perfect it. And in my life experience until now, I have stopped doing certain chores. Honestly, like. Uh, I used to press my clothes, during my teen, youth, and adult. And when we press the cloth, the lines, I would keep constantly spraying, pressing. This is not okay. I still see the creases. That visual of perfectionism was very much in my head, very much, and that. I struggled with that. I don't press anymore. I don't press anymore.
That's wonderful. What happened to me was after I was told as a child that there's no such thing as purple trees, and I didn't really know how to internalize that or use words or whatever, but the feeling was it's not good enough. You can't go outside of the lines. You have to do it my way. No. And so all of these things and that feeling, those feelings really crush your spirit and your creativity and your own divine feminine. And so what happened from that point is I moved into, okay, if I want to be the best student, I have to give them what they want. I have to color inside the lines. I have to be the best, and whatever that means at that particular moment. So what I did in my life, I then become very quiet and observed and only responded when I knew what they wanted, the kind of answer they wanted. And of course, as a child, you're always seeking love and approval. And so perfectionism starts to become the driving force behind everything you do.
Yep.
So in elementary school, I remember the fifth grade, we had 7 medals that was given at the end of the year, and I walked away with 5 medals.
Wow.
And as I was walking off the stage, all these medals are clanking and making this sound, and people are clapping. And I didn't know what to do because they were honoring me, but I was empty inside, very empty. And I was, even in the fifth grade, I'm saying, why doesn't it feel right? I should be excited because I did this. And then that carried on into high school as well. And then going to college and then, having to push forward to get my PhD. I had to be published within a year of getting my PhD. I was on a stage in New York presenting my paper,
Wow.
still feeling empty, empty. Still, I thought in the whole idea of perfectionism, you think if you get it right, you're going to be loved and adored and accepted and feeling the joy. And perfectionism is a lie. It's an absolute lie. And so part of understanding that and coming back to myself, I had created a pretty devastating illness of
Wow.
diagnosis with cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And sitting in that room when the doctor came in to give me the results, I could hear his voice but I didn't, I just kind of like went numb and drained, and I couldn't even remember what he said. I had to go back when I got home and read through the notes. And the whole process with cancer is a lot of things come up, and you get angry, you get into denial, you start looking at what's it all about? How did I create this? And going on and on. And during the healing process, so I did have the surgery, and during the healing process is when I said, you know what? I haven't picked up my paints in decades. So I went down to the studio and I looked at a blank canvas and I said, okay, what do you want to be? What are you trying to tell me? What am I going to do with my life? I mean, all these things were going through my head, and I just dipped the brush in the paint, splattered the paint, and dabbed the canvas. It was like every anger, every belief, every emotion was just flying onto the canvas. And when I stood back and looked at it, it was an absolute mess. But it was my turning point. And so the next time I went to a canvas, I said, okay, what do you want to be when you grow up? Kind of thing. Asking the canvas, what do you want to reveal to me today? And so when I'd pick up my paint and I would paint and then step back and just choosing a few colors and moving back and looking at that is what started my healing process.
Wow.
And what happened was I found what was missing in my life. I found that divine spark within me. I found my creativity, all my colors, the hues. Actually, my vision changed as far as looking at color. I no longer just saw red and green and blue and yellow. I began to see crimson. I began to see turquoise. I began to see all the different hues. I mean, blue can have 100 different hues. And so then I just started playing with that and always going back. And before I would approach a canvas, I get quiet. I tap into that spot and I said, we're here to create today. What is it we're going to create? Sometimes I put on music and I just start dancing and getting in the flow. That's another way of connecting. Or sometimes I just put on music that has just instrumental music that has a certain frequency that all of a sudden I'll just pick up the brush and start painting with it again. So basically, that's like my story in a nutshell. So if you have any questions or you want me to elaborate on any part of that or move to something else, we can do that.
Yeah, I mean, I was just listening to you, and when you were talking about connecting to yourself, your entire being changed. Your facial expression, your tone, I could see excitement, I could see that childishness, I could see play, I could see curiosity. I mean,
Absolutely.
just amazing. I mean, I was so happy to see you. Like, wow, I can just listen to her.
Well, thank you. Thank you. It's always a good place to be. And, you mentioned play because as adults, we have to grow up and get serious and take care of everything that needs to be taken care of, which is another lie. But the importance of play in your life, I mean, it's just like, it's everywhere. It's like, I was talking to a friend the other day and I said, you know what? I woke up this morning and I actually danced to the coffee pot. I mean, it's just those kind of things that happen. You walk
Yeah.
outside and, a leaf turns over and you see these hues you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Or the birds sing, or, whatever it happens to be. And when you're in that flow, there it is. There it is. And so that's what my journey is with my whole intention behind the book is, well, first of all, I found myself. I love myself. And I want to spread that into the world. I want to support folks in getting back to that space, because you may be in the business world, and business women, you know, when these things happen to you and you get into that perfection mode, you can climb that corporate ladder. I know, I've been there. And you still may feel empty and you don't know what it is. You know, you may have always liked to make things, whatever that happens to be, but when was the last time you did that? When was the last time you danced to the coffee pot? Kind of thing. So if you approach things from the point of play, and the idea that what I help facilitate within the workshops is, this is a safe place. You come here, we're going to explore, we're going to journal, we're going to play, we're going to dance, we're going to have creative circles where we can share, a safe place to share what we're feeling, what we're creating, and what we're doing. And the idea of play, of playing with paint, discovering what it is. What's it like if you mix 3 different colors together? What could you create? Add a little white, add a little black to it. What do you create? And what are you feeling? If you pick up a color and you're not feeling it, put it down, pick up another color. And so my journey now is to support folks into finding that sacred place within themselves. And as we had a short conversation before this about, when we allow that to happen, it's not just that our creativity comes back. It's not that we always see things differently. What happens is everything opens up and things become natural. They happen naturally. It's, as we talked about, the path then becomes laid before you, and all you do is, you can tiptoe, you can walk, or you can run. It doesn't make any difference. But the idea is that connection to the divine feminine. And if I could help support anyone find that again, oh gosh, it just lights me up in ways, I can't even express.
Yeah, I see that. I see that your energy changing, your frequency changing when you're talking about all these things. It's a different world. It's a different world. I mean, I have also felt that, and I love to get lost. It's like. I don't know who I am actually at that time when I am doing my paint. Like, I haven't really taken a class on painting. It is a guided thing for me. Like for this one, the left canvas to you, the purple shades that you see, some kind of idea was there behind that, but I actually don't know. Until now, I don't know. I ask, what is this? I don't know. I just painted. And the right canvas, I don't remember where I put all my colors. So I had a visual that I need more colors so that I can do something to the right canvas. Otherwise, it's incomplete. So I ordered the colors, and in the video where I'm recording this art, the color box is not yet opened. I didn't even touch the new color box. It's kept like that, and something else came out of this. So I was like amazed. I mean, what am I doing? Who is guiding me? What I'm following? Like, I ordered this box of colors, of 100 colors. I was thinking to do this and that, but then when I sat to do it, when I saw the recording, I'm like, wow, I didn't even open the box and my art is done. I mean, this is totally incredible. I mean, I'm just amazed, like how much we can do uh, uh, let the unknown unfold, let the unknown unfold, rather than we are getting upset, rather than getting upset with, oh, it didn't turn out the way I visualized or anything of that sort. So I've given up.
Bless you, bless you, bless you. The whole idea, for what the hardest thing to do for a perfectionist is let go.
Yeah.
And I could tell you that throughout my lifetime, it affected every aspect of my life. Even though I felt that I could love deeply, and I did, I chose the wrong partners 3 times. 3 times. I chose partners that wanted the mask that I was wearing and not who I was. And each time within the relationship, I realized, why don't I feel loved? And it's because I was not projecting who I truly am. And when you do that, oh my gosh, so many people fall in love with you. You have to bat them off with a stick, kind of thing. Because what they're doing is they are resonating with your energy, and they don't know what to do with it. And so it's an interesting life.
No, I mean, thank you so much for sharing, but um, I mean, it takes time to be ourselves. That's what I'm learning. Like, and we don't do that. We don't do that. Even now, also, like, there are some places I will feel like I can't be myself 80% also. Like, but I can choose, like, I don't want to be there. I can
Exactly.
choose. I can choose. And
Exactly.
it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. I would rather be myself than being there 80% of what I am, you know, prioritizing. And things like this have brought me more clarity. And I don't think anything matters more than that.
Exactly. As you in my experience and what I see in the workshops, as folks become more authentic, everything changes. Places, things, times, events, they all change, they shift. It's not that they're not still available. They are, if, as you say, you choose.
Yeah.
And that's divine.
Yeah.
That's authority, that's being authentic. And it, I often have conversations with folks that I know I could share. I mean, I could have a glass of wine and say anything. And those kind of folks are the people I want to engage. If I have to go somewhere, and I have to be careful because I can't say divine feminine, or if I can't say authentic self, or if I can't say, just feel that in any given moment in a conversation or whatever, I don't want to be there. So
Yeah.
that's the
It
same
hurts.
thing.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
I have goosebumps all over the place. Uh, that is, that's the part of growing and expanding. And I find that the more that we honor that within ourselves, the more concrete, if that's a word I can use, it
More, I'm
becomes.
sorry, more concrete?
No, the the divine within us
Yeah.
becomes more real,
More real. Yeah. Yeah.
more
Yeah. Yeah.
real,
Yeah.
um, more and more and more real. And so
Yes.
then it guides you into those places,
Yeah.
meeting those people, as you said, like, I decided, I wrote the book, and I said, okay, so now I need to let people know
Yeah.
that it's available. Workshops are available if they resonate with this kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so a friend said, why don't you do a podcast? And I said, oh, I don't want to learn how to do a podcast. That's going to, that kind of takes me away from what I want to do. And they said, oh, no, you don't have to create it. You just find people. And I said, oh, how do you find people? Um, well, you can go through the whole logic thing of this, and this. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to go into the groups that I just recently joined and see if there's anything like that that's available. Because if it resonates with me and it's supposed to happen, it's going to happen. And so that's the way I want to operate in life.
Wow. Yeah.
That's what brings me more joy, because if it seems like that perfectionism that has to know how to do a podcast before you even move, guess what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Nothing. Nothing. Because the
Yeah.
perfectionist will do over and over and over and over and have a hard time taking action.
That's true. That's true. But then it's amazing to know that I am hosting, and my guest is also looking for a host, and I'm also looking for a guest, and we meet and we do.
Well, that's the way it works.
Yeah.
Even science is catching up with us, and the whole idea of quantum physics and quantum entanglement.
Yeah. Yeah.
So once you make a commitment to something, then you become entangled to that. And so wherever that is, it's going to come to you. But you still have the choice.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
still have choices. So
Yeah, yeah, but I completely believe it, I completely believe in it, that you have to take a first step. You have to
ah,
take a first step, and you have to let people know that what you're doing, and then let's see.
exactly. Exactly. Because, quite frankly, I want to work with those people that resonate with this method, that resonates with me as a facilitator, as a supporter, and as a lover of my being, and knowing what that is. And I want others to be able to feel that same thing. And so I'm that's my mission now, is to love and support people into that space. And
Yeah,
that's who I want to work with. And if somebody who doesn't resonate with that won't even find me.
yeah, yeah. That's right, and that's the beauty of having choices in life, and having difference, because I am different, you are different, you have different choices, I have different choices. But somewhere, I need help to stand on my choice, to see my choice more deeper. So you are going to help me with that mirror, that okay, that is you, go see yourself. Yeah.
Go play. Yes, come play in this playground. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, uh, it's so nice talking to you. The entire energy changed. um,
Well, I'm
so I
sure
would
glad.
also,
Go ahead.
sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I'm so glad that we can have a real conversation and not have to have anything scripted. That's
Yeah, I
takes
mean,
takes me off course.
yeah, uh, I mean, for me, if you script something for me, I don't think if I'll able to follow, because there's something, my feed is already reaching me, so I really cannot follow a script. There are some things that I follow, like welcoming a guest and introducing them, which I already missed with the flow. But then I think I'm very happy that we are flowing.
I tell you, life is beautiful. And in the outside world, I've kind of created this bubble for myself, in a sense that I'm living the life I want to live. And so other people are experiencing other things in the world. I mean, there's people feeling crisis, there's people feeling insecure, there's people, they don't know maybe where their next meal is coming from, or what's going to happen to my social security, what's going to happen in the world, what's happening in with banking and blah, and all this stuff. And I don't live there. I don't live there. And that's what this has taught me. that we are creators. We are meant to be creators. We are never meant to be victims. We are never meant to be bullies. Those are
Yes.
learned behaviors.
Yes.
And when we move into this space and we recognize the preciousness of what we are, and that we do have the power to create what we want and be
Yeah.
able to move in those circles, and what happens with everybody else's beliefs doesn't have to affect us.
Yes.
So I can live in a world of plenty.
Yeah.
I can live in a world of joy. I can live in a world where, I am held in a place and loved in such a way that, why would I want to replace that?
Yeah.
It's for me now, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like, this entire podcasting thing is not a brainer for me. I don't have to go into my brain space. Yeah, for certain things I know, like handling the technology, I need to learn. My brain helps me with that, and how to run it. My brain helps me, but 80% of the time I'm in my heart. Like I'm talking. I don't have to think, plan, rationalize, logicalize. Oh, what comes next? What I'm getting anxious. No, I don't have those kind of feeling. And just I can listen. I can just sit back and listen, and I'm very happy not doing nothing. I'm very happy about that. Like to listen. I'm learning to listen more. I'm learning to listen more. I'm learning to, like, when you are talking about you doing your art, you spending your time with your art, I observed and I really felt that energy. Like, oh my God, her energy shifted. Her face is glowing. Her tone changed. I mean, these are the things we learn. Like, okay, if I get into that mode, maybe I will see myself in that kind of energy. That's what I learned. That's what I learned. I have a vision now. I have a visual. Oh, okay. I'm in that space. I learned. I heard that her saying that. That's a validation. That's a trust that, okay, people have been in that space. Like, yeah, that totally makes sense to me. Like, I'm very happy. I'm very happy to learn that. Yes.
I'm just feeling it. Oh gosh. See,
Yeah.
like, I don't think you can see my artwork very well in the background, but this one in the middle is
Yeah.
just a series of all that free flowing
Yeah.
kind of art. And that even these others that look like they have stuff, it's all abstract impressionism.
Yeah.
And it just like the lady and the warrior and the tiger. The white tiger has been in my meditations, and the tiger. I sit under a tree with the white tiger, and I sometimes I ask questions, or sometimes we just sit in my meditations. And when I come out of it, it's like, okay, well, here's the next step. Here's the next step. But we just sat together, and then it's like everything kind of opened up. And so that's kind of like a representation of that for me. But it started off with the same process of just laying down paint and walking
Yeah.
away, and asking, okay, so what do you want? What do you want to be when you grow up? What
Yeah.
do what do you want to show me today? What do you want to teach me today? And that came up. And then the one with the fairy, is kind of what I feel my art does, in a way that it opens up portals.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Yeah.
when folks look at the art, they have their own ideas and feelings and whatever it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And like with this one, I called it a song of nature, because I don't do faces, I don't do portraits, but she showed up, so I painted her.
Wow. Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
same thing here with the warrior. I said, if I were to let my perfectionist move in, it would have never happened, because
Yeah.
I don't know how to paint portraits. But if I let the paint and the brush move, then things emerge.
Yeah.
You know, it
Yeah.
opens portals for me, as well as it opens, when someone looks at it, it opens portals for them as well.
Yes, yes, I agree. I totally agree, and I can trust myself more with listening to you. That yes, it has happened with someone else, so it's not fake. I can trust the process, because sometimes we also feel like no, this is fantasy. This is this. There's this very thin line between those kind of thoughts, thought processes. But the more I'm listening to people, the more I can trust that it has opened doors for me to a different perspective, so it's amazing. It's just amazing. It's not that, I mean, it's an entire process of I don't know how to describe, but I love to be in that space. Yeah.
Right. You
Yeah.
know,
And I don't know what is happening around me. I don't want to be known as me. That's not who I am when I'm doing it. Well, I definitely, physically, when I go to that space, I am going with who I am as my identity. But when I am sitting there, I don't think I know myself. That kinds of blocks me from my what is going to unfold. So I'm like, I better get lost and then do my thing.
I love the way you said that. I love the way you said that. When you're talking about that fine line of being fantasy and being alone, and having to feel like it's got to be a certain way, all of those things are what we're taught. And so we just have to look at those things. When we get into that space, as you mentioned, all of your personality disappears, and
Yeah.
and then what comes out is like pure creation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is joyful, it is playful, and oh, there goes the goosebumps again. um, it's exciting. It's connection, and the art is a vehicle for the
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah.
Meditation is a vehicle,
Yes.
dancing is a vehicle, singing, whatever it happens to be.
Yeah.
Because if you look at kids, when you look at children and you see the two of them talking, do you ever see them stand still and pan faced when they're talking? Just like, yeah, I had a good day today. I played with the dog. You don't see that. No, what you see is, you know, I was out there with Ben, and we were playing, and I threw the stick, and you know what? He got in his grass, and all I could see was his head and his ears flying above the grass. I couldn't even see his body because he was bouncing around. And that's how it is. And
Yeah.
that's how we're meant to be.
Yes. That felt so free.
And sometimes when I'm out and about, and I am being truly myself or whatever, and I laugh out loud, and sometimes I look around and I notice I'm getting certain looks like, what's going on over there. It doesn't bother me. It used to bother me. It used to, that little 6-year-old would say, oh gosh, I'm doing something wrong, I gotta go hide, I'm alone, I can't be myself. No, you get to a point where it doesn't bother you, and the more you do it, the more you are yourself, and expressing in the world, I should say, as yourself, that you you so much more comes back to you.
And I think with doing art, I have always fallen in love with myself more. Like, uh, like as a way of being grateful, like, oh, I was missing myself so much. And now it was good that I met myself for a little while, and I could be playful, I could be myself, and nothing actually comes in the way. I get so much lost in doing whatever is the feed. That I don't know. It's kind of meditation for me. Like I quickly get into that mode and see. There are different modalities of meditation. You cannot only say that spirituality is defined. You cannot define. It's very difficult. It's like different for different person. So I love the way meditation happens with me. So I just love my way of spending time meditating.
You could dance to the coffee pot and that could
Yeah,
be a meditation. I mean,
absolutely.
any way you connect to that is it's all okay. And that's
Yeah,
something else that as adults, we don't
yeah,
say yes because we have
yeah.
been taught to say no so
No,
many times. We were told no, no, you can't do this. No, that's not appropriate. No, I don't like that idea, or, whatever it happens to be. And
yeah,
it's okay for us to stop that and say yes to us.
yeah. Yes to us. Yes, definitely. Yes.
Yes to
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
Yes, I'm going to do this because you know what? It makes me feel good. Or, whatever it happens to be. Like every time I pick up that paintbrush, I mean, there's like tinglers. I even painted another face sideways, but of Artemis, the goddess Artemis, um, with all of the she's holding a paintbrush and there's this portal and all this glitter and color is swirling all around, and she touches that brush and it's like a magic stick
Wow.
and it all begins to happen. And so I had to honor that in a painting.
Yeah, 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 absolutely. Yes, 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 absolutely. I mean, that makes so much sense to me. Definitely. I mean, um, through the process, you are exploring yourself and you are so free. You are so free. You don't have any, um, you are not attending to anybody else. You are not obliged, or you are not like, you have to do this, that, prove and stuff like that. You are just like flowing.
And that's what I love about this process that came to me, because I wasn't looking for an art process
Wow.
when it came to me. And I was told that it wasn't just for me, that I needed to share it. And so that's what I got excited about, being able to share that, and being able to help people move into that space of their own freedom, move into that space of their own knowingness, and to know that they are the creators. You're not just creating a painting, but what happens after these workshops, you're creating a whole new life for yourself. And you may not even realize it, but the frequency changes like that. You walk out of there and you might be going to the airport, and all of a sudden, guys open the door for you. Somebody offers you a drink. Somebody uh, says a kind word. It just snowballs as long as you don't say stop or no.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Just say yes to life.
yeah, yeah. Viktor Frankl saying yes to life.
And it's really funny because some of the stories, like I got an invitation to paint at a restaurant,
Wow.
and this was an upper class restaurant. They had piano music, live piano music. People were
Wow.
dining, and I was invited to paint live.
Wow.
So I had never ever painted live in my life.
Wow.
And I was thinking, "Ooh," because my process is that I go into myself and I create. So how am I going to do that with all these people, all the clanking noise of a restaurant, the piano music, the smelling food, and how am I going to, and this was like, oh God, this, I said, okay, Miss Perfect, you could take a back seat right now, because you know what? I'm going to do it because I feel uneasy, because it's something different. I want to cross that boundary. I want to be seen, because that's something that as a child, if you are told that something you did was bad, you don't want to be seen. You want to slink off somewhere because you don't know how to handle it. And so when life presents opportunities to you, if you think you want to slink back, just stop and tell Miss Perfect to have a back seat, because you want to cross that line. You want to see what it's like, and just go into the idea of play. I had to say, okay, I'm going to go play at a restaurant today and I'm going to paint. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. And it doesn't matter what anybody thinks about me. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter who's looking at me. And
Yeah.
it really doesn't matter the outcome.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I went, and within 3 hours, I created a painting.
Wow.
It was put on display, so I'm hoping it sells.
Wow. Ah, nice.
But it's
Nice.
the idea of saying yes. When
Yeah.
it feels uncomfortable and you say yes, then that's another shackle removed.
Yeah.
That's another no. That's another shame. That's another feeling alone that you have dismissed.
Yeah.
It's still going to happen. It's still going to come up.
Yeah.
But if you're the creator
Yeah.
and you set your path, there's the
Yeah.
door. Don't
Yeah.
close it. Don't close it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say
That's
yes.
so right. Saying yes to that discomfort, and
Exactly.
yeah, and just crossing it, like, okay. Yeah, that's really nice. Like, you found more trust in saying yes rather than listening to your discomfort or sitting with it. And you can sit with it all day, all of your life. I mean, totally.
Or
But
years,
oh, yeah.
decades.
So yeah, 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 yeah. But it's you who is going to choose different. So why not now?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I don't know, I heard this quote, if not now, then when?
And when? Yes, yes.
And I
That's
don't
right.
remember who said it, but it just rang such a bell with me.
Yeah, yeah. I think those are the guides which try to um, push you more. Let's go for it.
All those things that feel uncomfortable, right? Right.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
definitely.
what was really interesting after I did that, then I've been invited into 3 art shows within two
Wow,
months.
wow, that's great.
I also got accepted into a feature magazine in New York.
Wow.
The, so you never know where one yes will take you.
Yes. Yeah, it's like dominoes.
Yes, yes. Tell your audience. I want to hear a resounding yes from your
Yeah.
audience. One,
Yeah.
two, three. Yes.
Yes.
Ah, woo!
That was so powerful. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to know. Do you want to share something about the work that you do, like the healing that you do, that I have read about? Like, how do you, um, did you work on yourself through that process? Or it's like, how did you came to that process?
Yes,
I'm
yes, and
curious.
yes, 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 and yes.
Yes, yes, and yes.
Yes, working on myself, yes. Discovering myself, yes. Um, and one of the things I wanted to emphasize, and the reason I wanted to get my story out there, is a lot of times folks say bad things happen and they want to stop right there. Bad things happen. I feel a certain way. I was told a certain thing, and that's the way it is. And not to accept that. And don't wait. Um, everything is a process, and you go at your own pace, but sometimes there can be accelerating opportunities. And sometimes what you see as the bad thing turns into your superpower. So I wanted to stress that with folks as well, because having cancer is not a fun thing. Recuperating from cancer is not a fun thing.
Yeah.
But the jewels, what you learn from that experience and what comes through that experience, like the process of the abstract, intuitive, impressionistic art and the way that I facilitate it came from that healing process while I was healing.
Wow.
So that's why I said yes, yes, and yes to your questions. So yes, I was working on myself. I've been working on myself for a long time. And
Yes, it's a
I
lifelong
do,
thing.
and I've had accelerators in my process. And sometimes you somebody will mention a word or somebody say, "Why is that?" And all of a sudden you start thinking, "Well, yeah, why is it? Why do I believe that? Why did I ever think that?" But it's because it gets reinforced by your own thinking, by internalizing it, and also from that frequency that you are then moving in, because everything in that frequency is telling you that's the way it is. So it keeps doing this until you wear the mask and you don't even know who you are anymore. And that's what the emptiness is. That's where the joy is getting back to that point. So for me, going through that healing process of cancer was my savior, if I want to use that word. It's my saving grace, because it took me back to what I was missing in my life. It took me back to my joy. It took me back to feeling like I can create. It took me back to taking control of my life instead of letting other people control me.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So amazing. Yeah. I mean, when you were sharing about, like working on myself, I think this is a lifelong process. I mean,
Oh,
there's no
yes.
end to it. But I think contentment comes from when you are facing the same situations again in your life, you are not stumbling upon them and thinking back and beating yourself up and regretting, but you are taking a step forward and say, okay, I'll make a different choice.
Exactly. That's where your own authenticity and your own power to create comes in, because you do have the choice. And the more you trust, we talked about that earlier, that the more I connect with myself, the more I trust it. You
And
know,
yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead.
go ahead, please. Go ahead. I'm listening. Sorry.
I say the more I trust, the more it unfolds
Yes. Yeah.
in my
Yeah.
life.
Yes, I mean, and it's amazing because that from trust until unfolding, the waiting time is not a waiting time. You are moving along, and there's something that is telling you, like, we are almost there.
Right.
We are almost there. And also, sometimes what we get stuck to is like we can't let go of that expectation, like, okay, if I go, what will happen? What will happen? Okay, I can make a different choice, but what's the result? What is the result? Sometimes we get stuck in that loop of making a different choice and also not being sure of what the result will be. So that gets a little bit shaky over there.
I use a tool called What If.
What if? Yeah.
What if? So if something comes up and that, Miss Perfection wants to take the front seat, I'll say, okay, honey, I know that's from your experience, but what if I do it? What if I succeed? What if I learn something new? Or what if I just play in the moment and see what happens? What if? And when you start asking those kind of what ifs, it just opens up the opportunity for that kind of what if, as opposed to Miss Perfect sitting over here saying, yeah, I know what's going to happen or not happen. So what
More like
if
not happen. Mostly, I
not
used to
happening?
hear not happen, not happen. It's not gonna happen. No,
Yeah.
it's not gonna happen. Maybe what I also found out was like, okay, with this company, no, but there's another company waiting. Like new people
Yes.
discovering, like meeting people and changing your environment or something like that, and then it unfolds. I mean, yeah.
Instead of saying it's not happening, what if I'm happening?
Yes. Wow.
And so that opens a door.
Yeah.
I'm happening. That means the doors can open and I can choose what doors I want to go through.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
I got goosebumps again. I'm happening. I'm the one happening, and everything else is a reflection. Everything else is going to be attuned to that frequency and be drawn to me.
This is so powerful.
Oh gosh, I just want to thank you for this opportunity because you're doing such great work, and I was so grateful, that you wanted to have me as a guest, and I think I'm having a lot of fun playing here with you today.
Let me tell you, it was just so fantastic. I didn't even know it's going to unfold in this frequency. Oh my God.
I didn't either because I was, oh gosh, I got to do my homework. I got to get, here's the points I want to make, and here's what I want to do, and it's like, okay, okay, Miss Perfection, go have a seat,
Yeah, relax.
take a deep breath, mm, have a sip of water
Yeah, yeah.
and let it unfold.
Yes, let it unfold. Yeah. So, having said that, we had great time today, and I want to introduce my guest before saying bye. Well, something new, like I haven't done this before, but we were in the flow, so we have to do the formalities now. And I'm very happy to do that. Whatever comes, So I was present, I was listening, and we had a lot of fun. So no beating yourself up. Everything is not fine. I'm just
You're
going to read
happening.
something. Yeah. Okay. So just a little bit about her. So the first opening line is, "There's no such thing as purple trees." That's her book, right?
Correct.
Okay. And she's best-selling author, award-winning artist, creator of Abstract Intuitive Impressionism. That's her course. And I think she walked us through today what she does with such grace and openness and with a lot of enthusiasm. I wouldn't say it's competitive, but I would like to use the word enthusiasm, that energizes our entire being. So yes, we got this. Yes. And saying yes, okay. And she is a PhD, and she, after years of helping others rise While hiding her own truth, she finally answered the call of the 6-year-old inside, the one who still believed in purple trees. Okay, so this is something which happens to all of us. It's just that she just wrote what she had a vision about perfectionism, and she just crumbled it in a very nice way, and she is living a good life with having her letting her perfection rest in the back seat and observe and see and throw criticism at her, trying to knock her out. But she is going on, and she is still saying to Miss Perfectionism, "Okay, we got this. I'm saying yes." So I want to also say that she just made this whole entire conversation so light. This is not a very easy state. It's everybody struggles. I have also struggled. Every day I struggle. It's not like, wow, I don't have any struggles in life. Not like that. But she has made it easy for all of us. And we can also take it easy.
Thank you. I would like to offer
Yes.
your guest a gift.
Okay.
For today. My book is called No Such Thing as Purple Trees. And the gift, if you buy the book, if you send me, I think there'll be a link in the chat or that, to contact me with your receipt for the book. I will send you a digital copy of an original art print.
Wow.
And you can have that made into any size you want. If you want to frame it or make a card or as a reminder of what we talked about today, it's all up to you. But I wanted to give you that gift. And so just contact me, email me, or I wanted to also mention that I do have a Facebook group, a community of women that is very safe. It's created to be very safe. We talk about art. We talk about the book. We talk about process. We laugh, whatever it happens to be. So I also wanted to invite you, if you feel the calling, to join us under the purple tree. And that's also will be in the link below.
Wow.
So, Mamina, I really, with my most grateful heart, thank you for having me as a guest, and thank you for playing with me.
I loved playing with you as well, because I was just done with my work, and then this entire conversation felt like, wow, my evening has turned out to be so nice.
Good.
Only
My
thing
pleasure.
we missed was what we missed. A glass of wine.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, you tell me, you tell me anytime, I'll be happy to toast. My favorite toast is, okay, to life and living it well.
Yeah, wow.
So be it.
Next time we'll toast for that. Okay, thank you so very much, and you have a wonderful evening. And yes, we are saying yes to life.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. 3 times, yeah, for sure. Yes. Okay. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you.